G'day, I'm just doing an update on the two large specimens that I found last year. The largest one being about 12 to 15 kilos and the smaller one was about 5 kilos. Well, I ended up crushing about 3/4 of it, and I picked on the parts that gave the strongest signals, and the last 3, 4, 5 kilos what's left is the stuff that really didn't have any signals in it at all, maybe a slight hum, and that's what I got back from the first lot. It's a pretty good return, I feel. Nice collection piece there. And also the last kilos that are left, I have been crushing it, but it's pretty hot at the moment, and I managed about 1.6 grams there, so the motivation's dropped off a bit. I'll finish that off in the cooler months. I'm hoping to get back again this year, 2016, but my truck problems are continuing. After waiting 14 weeks to have the engine rebuilt, I didn't even make 30 kilometres before there was a pretty loud bang and the motor seized. So it had to be put onto a flatbed truck. Now the motor's once again in pieces at an engine rebuilder's, and I've had to order a new crankshaft, new bearings, new slippers, and the turbocharger blew it as well when the oil supply wasn't there. So more expense, more problems, and I'm waiting 2 weeks now for a new crankshaft to come in from Italy, and I've ordered a heap of other parts as well, so I'm hoping to have it back on the road by mid-March, but I won't be holding my breath. And even when I do get it back, I'll be taking it for a few test runs before I do that big 4,000 odd kilometre journey across the country, because it'd be pretty devastating to break down on the Nullarbor. It'd fry out there, so fingers crossed anyway that I do make it. Just have to wait and see. While I've got this camera going, someone asked about that little golden seahorse. They asked about that nugget. I call it the seahorse because that's what it looks like to me. I didn't do a video on this one because it was sitting right on top, and I thought for sure that's going to be rubbish, but like I've always said, check them all, because you just never know till you look. So that one's there. I keep all my gold, so any piece you've seen me dig up, I've probably still got it. And the rest of those things there are sapphires. That's a garnet. There's a row of zircons up the back there in these cards, and a couple of pieces of obsidian, which is volcanic glass. That one there is a nice 7 carat that I got out of, that one's the 7 carat, I got that out of an 80 carat stone. The other piece was 11.24, which I sold. And that piece there is what they call a dog tooth. Once again, you can't quite see the colour in it as clearly as you could if you had it outside, but that'd make a nice little pendant piece. They call those dog tooths. And I will be trying to get back there this year, like I say, and when I do go, as you probably know, I don't take the internet with me, so if you don't get a response to your comments or questions, that's the reason. I'm going to try and get over there about April, and I won't be back till August. I don't get even mobile phone reception over there because it's too remote, so yeah, no internet. But feel free to ask questions up until then, because I'm happy to answer them all. At the moment in the west, it's 40 degrees plus, and as I've told quite a few people that tell me they're coming over to have a go around December, January, February, once again I'll advise them it's pretty well too hot. Not even the machine works properly. The ground is steaming hot, and there's that many flies, it's ridiculous. But when I do go, the machine I use all the time is my MineLab GPX 4500. It's got the 17-inch mono coil on it from Nugget Finder. I nicknamed the detector the Hummingbird because I've got it tuned in so it just hums beautifully. It's an oldie but a goodie, and I don't see the reason in changing it because it's still doing the job. Another thing is I don't use a pinpointer. I usually pinpoint the nugget from the top and centre it in the hole that I dig. Also, I don't use a jackhammer because I only have a fossicking slash prospecting license. I don't have a mining license. So you never know when someone's watching, or you don't want to get caught, put it that way. So I tend to pinpoint them from the top and dig them out with a hammer and chisel or a pick, whatever. So the deeper digs are pretty rare anyway. I'm not in a hurry, and I like to savour the moment. And I appreciate people trying to save me a bit of work, but little do they know that I dig them in intervals and I edit out the tea breaks. All my videos that I do are genuine. They're the finds that I find, from the sunbakers to the reefs to patches, large specimens, whatever, right down to the rare deep ones. So keep in mind that gold nuggets and reefs, etc., come in a variety of host rocks, including quartz and ironstone, which is predominantly the host in Western Australia. Also, you'll get them in granite and basalt and sandstone, I guess, and that just varies around the world. So just because you find yours in, say, limestone or whatever, doesn't mean that that's the only host rock that it comes in. So anyway, I just wanted to upload that, let people know that I am trying to get there, but I've got to sort these car issues out first. So once again, I wish you all the best for this year's upcoming season. Remember to stay safe out there and always take your GPS. Cheers for now.